Today I'm going to be talking about 5 exciting new RPGs coming out soon that Skyrim fans will love. Before we dive in, I want to mention that the winner of our last giveaway never got back to me, so I'll be doing another one in this video. All you need to do is like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling us which of these epic RPGs you want to win. Dragon Age Inquisition, Baldur's Gate 3, Elden Ring, The Witcher 3, or Kingdom Come Deliverance. Avowed is an highly anticipated upcoming first-person perspective action role-playing game being developed by the seasoned RPG veterans at Obsidian Entertainment. Avowed is set in the rich and vivid fantasy world of Eora, the same universe as Obsidian's previous acclaimed title, Pillars of Eternity. Published by Xbox Game Studios, Avowed is planned for release in either the 3rd or 4th quarter of 2024 for Windows and Xbox Series XS platforms. The game will take place in the diverse and exciting region known as the Living Lands within Eora. This area is said to feature a wide range of environments for players to explore, including lush forests, barren deserts, deep caves, and sprawling valleys. The player takes control of a character from the Ada Empire who has been assigned as an envoy to the Living Lands to investigate a deeply mysterious plague that has emerged. As an action RPG, Avowed will enable players to utilize a variety of combat abilities, including magic spells, melee weapons such as swords and axes, and ranged firearms. Magic can be creatively combined with melee and ranged attacks to take down foes in innovative ways. The game will also feature deep skill trees that unlock new combat abilities as the player progresses through the world. Weapons can be individually upgraded and customized as well. While not completely open world, Avowed will provide large, open exploration zones. The game will also include extensive dialogue trees and NPC interaction similar to Obsidian's previous RPG, The Outer Worlds. Some NPCs can become companion characters that journey with the player, each boasting unique personalities, backstories, and combat specializations. However, romantic relationships with companions will not be an included gameplay feature. Players will be able to adventure through the world of Eora and take on quests with up to 2 companions at a time. The highly anticipated sequel, Dragon's Dogma 2, is an upcoming open-world third-person perspective action role-playing game currently in development by veteran Japanese game studio Capcom. As the follow-up to Capcom's cult classic fantasy RPG title from 2012, Dragon's Dogma 2 aims to provide players an improved and expanded version of the original game's unique gameplay and world. This sprawling new entry in the dark fantasy series is slated for release on March 22, 2024 for PlayStation 5, Windows PC, and Xbox Series XS platforms, marking the franchise's first cross-platform launch. In Dragon's Dogma 2, players will once again take on the role of an Arisen, a customizable protagonist who is marked and destined to confront an apocalyptic dragon threat. The Arisen must explore a lush, immersive open world divided between 2 warring kingdoms known as Vermund and Batal, which is 4 times larger than the original game's map. This world blends medieval human civilizations with magical beasts and monsters that the Arisen must overcome in their ultimate quest. To aid in exploration and combat, the Arisen enlist the help of computer-controlled companions called pawns. Players can deeply customize their main pawn and recruit 2 additional pawns designed by other Dragon's Dogma 2 players in innovative asynchronous multiplayer. Both the Arisen and their pawns advance in the game through changeable classes called vocations, which define their battle capabilities and gear they can equip. Vocations feature their own upgrade paths and unlockable abilities, with classic vocations like Strider and Ranger getting revamped for the sequel. Exciting new hybrid vocations also make their debut, like the spellcasting enemy-confusing Trickster. The Arisen and pawns can take on quests, engage in the kingdom's ongoing conflict, and react to emergent events like monstrous attacks or environmental destruction. Key features include a dynamic day-night cycle, affecting encounters, setting up camps at night, expanded NPC dialogue, and real-time combat emphasizing strategy and reaction. Dragon Age Dreadwolf, The fourth mainline installment in BioWare's acclaimed dark fantasy RPG series Dragon Age has been in development for over 8 years now, facing an arduous and troubled path since starting preliminary work in 2015. Originally codenamed Joplin and helmed by creative director Mike Laidlaw, Dreadwolf was conceived as a more narrative-driven entry set in the Tevinter Imperium region of the Dragon Age world, Thedas. However, Joplin's vision would be derailed when BioWare repeatedly pulled its developers to assist on other struggling projects like Mass Effect, Andromeda, and Anthem between 2015 and 2017. This prompted Joplin's outright cancellation in 2017, unable to support the live service components EA desired for ongoing monetization. Development restarted in 2018 as Morrison, now incorporating multiplayer elements and built on Anthem's codebase. But after Anthem's own troubled launch, EA and BioWare again changed course, deciding to refocus Morrison as a single-player experience in 2021. Leaked alpha footage in 2023 indicated a real-time combat system, unlike the tactical pause combat of previous Dragon Age titles. Throughout Morrison's rocky development, the project saw exceptional turnover in leadership roles. Many key Dragon Age veterans, including Laidlaw, resigned during Joplin's cancellation. The role of creative director changed hands multiple times between 2017 and 2021. Executive producer Christian Daly replaced Mark Darrah in late 2020, only to resign in 2022. More BioWare veterans departed, alongside major layoffs in 2022 affecting Dreadwolf's team. Some of those laid off sued BioWare in 2023 over NDAs. After nearly a decade over multiple reboots and vision changes, alongside major staff turnover, Dragon Age Dreadwolf remains plagued by development issues. The return of Darrah as a consultant in 2023 signals BioWare still hopes to salvage Dreadwolf, combining efforts with the Mass Effect team. But with no release date yet announced after starting preliminary work in 2015, the state of the next Dragon Age game remains tenuous after a long and tumultuous development cycle spanning multiple versions and leadership teams. Banished: Ghosts of New Eden is a third-person action role-playing game developed by French studio Don't Nod and published by Focus Entertainment. It was released on February 13, 2024 for PlayStation 5, Windows PC, and Xbox Series XS platforms, following a delay from its original November 2023 launch window. Banished represents Don't Nod's first major release since their 2019 vampire RPG Vampire, which had marked a successful partnership between the studio and Focus Entertainment. On the heels of Vampire's positive reception, the two companies announced a new development deal in 2019 and kicked off production on Banished as a spiritual successor. The game casts players in the role of ghost hunters Antea Duarte and Red Mac Wraith, who have embarked on an investigation into a small haunted community named New Eden. Over the course of the story, Duarte ends up becoming a ghost herself, granting her powerful new spectral abilities that complement Wraith's array of conventional weaponry. Players can switch between controlling the living Wraith and deceased Duarte, utilizing their contrasting skills to combat enemies. The story features branching narrative paths based on the choices players make as the duo. First officially revealed with a trailer at the Game Awards in December 2022, Banished had been originally scheduled to launch in November 2023. However, the publishers opted to delay the game's release to February 13, 2024, in order to avoid launching in an intensely competitive holiday release window. Since launching last week, Banished's Ghosts of New Eden has garnered generally positive reviews, with critics praising its storytelling and characters. The next entry in Bethesda's acclaimed open-world fantasy RPG series, The Elder Scrolls, is currently in development under the working title The Elder Scrolls VI. The game will serve as the direct sequel to 2011's mega-hit Skyrim, arriving approximately 15 years after that game's launch. Longtime Bethesda director Todd Howard is leading development, with Test 6 being the studio's second project built using their new in-house creation Engine 2 technology following the space RPG Starfield in 2023. Pre-production kicked off in 2018 when TES 6 was officially announced via a brief teaser trailer at Bethesda's E3 press conference that year. Active production started up in late 2023 after Starfield shipped. Howard has described his vision for TES 6 as creating the ultimate fantasy world simulator, building on over a decade of advances since Skyrim first released. The game will be exclusive to Xbox consoles and Windows PC, as Microsoft's acquisition of Bethesda's parent company, ZeniMax, brought the studio under the Xbox Game Studios banner. While no firm release date has been provided, Xbox head Phil Spencer recently estimated the game remains at least 5 years away, putting its launch around 2026 at the very earliest, based on comments made during regulatory hearings concerning Microsoft's proposed Activision Blizzard acquisition. Whenever it does arrive, TES 6 is sure to be one of the most ambitious and anticipated RPGs of its generation, given the series' prestige. And that wraps up our list of 5 upcoming games like Skyrim to look forward to. Which of these Skyrim-like games are you most excited to play when they launch? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to our channel.